thank you for being with us today. We call you here for a major press conference, which will be addressed by our Honorable Police Spokesman, Honorable H. Moses, who speaks for the police. Sir, thank you. You're welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Vani. And let me say to all of you journalists, welcome. Thanks for honoring our invitation. We have invited you to brief you on an ongoing investigation which we've launched into the death of one of our citizens who met his untimely death yesterday in the 72nd community. He's Joshua Solomon. Joshua is 34 years old, and prior to his death, he served as a national pageant trainer at the Ministry of Information. Peace be to his ashes. May his soul and the souls of all faithful departed rest in perfect peace. We'd like to say to Liberians that we are not going to sweep under the carpet anything as it relates to the unscrupulous act that led to Joshua's death. Joshua's death will be duly investigated with time, and I can assure you with time, and justice will be served. Reports available to us has it that Joshua met his untimely death as a result of internal bleeding. And it is reported that he was one of those victims of aggravated assault in Cinco on the 11th of August in Cinco, when rabble supporters of the Unity Party and that of the Coalition for Democratic Change had an altercation during the campaign. And so we have collected some video footages in our possession as it relates to the incident that took place. And those footages will be shared with you members of the press and the public, so that if some of you look on social media, you've been able to see some of the footages on social media. And so we ask members of the public to assist us with information on the perpetrators of that alleged aggravated assault that has caused the death of Joshua Solomon. We can assure the family, the relatives, the friends of Joshua Solomon that his death will be duly investigated, and that those culpable or responsible for his death will be made to account for their actions in a court of competent jurisdiction. And I want to say to you, members of the press, like we've done in other cases, we will ensure that justice is served. Between now, going forward to next week, with the cooperation from the public, we are hopeful of reaching a logical conclusion in ensuring that arrest is made for those responsible for the death of Joshua to account for their actions in the court of law. I want to say thank you so much. Again, I say our deepest condolences to the bereaved family, friends, relatives of the late Joshua Solomon, and with a commitment that justice will be served. Thank you so much.
So at this juncture, if you have questions, okay, Masa, which institution?
Okay,
thank you.
So I'm Masa Kane. I have two doubts. When did this incident happen? When was Joshua attacked?
I said in August.
In August.
Right.
Were there any complaint filed? And then how did you know? Have you gotten a medical report and that from Lieutenant Colonel?
I just intimated that we have report of the cause of death, which I just alluded to. I said we have a report on that. Okay? So it is, on the basis of charging anyone to court, you must have all the available evidence. And I can show you that everything will be done in line with the law.
Okay, who else?
Let me ask this question.
Benjamin?
Okay. My name is Benjamin Quay Johnson. I report for Freedom FM and Freedom TV. I'm concerned, Mr. Carter, we said Joshua attacked in August of this year. 3 or 4 months ago now. Why are they you attacking? You guys wouldn't be any arrest until he did.
Well, I told you, I think there was a question asked earlier on when we had a press conference. If some of you recall, I did tell you that the Ministry of Justice commissioned what we call a special investigative, committee on elections to investigate all electoral violence, and all of those investigations are ongoing. You asked me about the situation from Somalia Drive. I told you that investigation is ongoing. So all of these investigations are ongoing. But in the interval of the report coming out, this incident happened.
Yes, Lincoln Peter.
Yeah, my name is Lincoln Peters and I write for the New Dawn newspaper. You just stated, Honorable Carter, that you people have video footages and other evidence about some people who were been linked to the action. So, and you talk about the fight that occurred between the Unity Party and that of the CDC. With the evidence in your possession, who are some of those persons of interest that have been linked to this crime?
So at this juncture, we are definitely going to work with the members of the public to assist us with available information on some of those persons. However, there were several other persons caught on camera, some of whom I had to be identified. And so we are going to work with members of the public, community dwellers, even political parties, both from the Unity and that of the CDC, to assist us in identifying individuals.
A follow-up to that, on Facebook, we have been seeing the photo of a lady known as Queen Johnson, affectionately called the Rescue General. A photo have been parading on Facebook.
If Queen Johnson is caught in the video, if she's caught in that video, she is not above the law will take its course.
Watson.
Okay, so I have two concerns. And I want to know which one of the hospitals that Joshua died in, and secondly, was it an altercation or riot between the both parties?
Well, like I said, you might say altercation or riot, but those words are synonymous. So after the incident, Joshua was taken to SOS clinic where he was treated, but later on discharged and later taken to another place called Fila Clinic in 72nd. That is where he was lastly treated prior to his death.
Yes, second to last, your name and institution.
Okay, my name is Barton County, and I work for Prime. I listened to you, Mr. Carter, you talked about bringing the keys to closure in the course of next week.
No, I didn't say in the course of next week. I'm saying the video footages that we're viewing within now to the course of next week, we are hopeful of making significant progress with arrest.
Okay, because that was just concerned.
And not bringing the case to conclusion.
There are other cases that the police have not yet concluded the investigation. So I was concerned.
No, I'm just saying, looking at the video footages that we have, between now to the course of next week, we'll make significant progress with arrest.
Melvin Jackson.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Carter. May I raise my name? So, my question is in response, follow to what was asked. Were there any advice that he needed to seek advanced medical attention outside the country? Because since, of course, up to present.
Okay, so let me just hold your question there, because the investigation certainly is on the basis of the crime that is being investigated. It doesn't look at whether somebody advised or you didn't advise on that. But the crime, the alleged act committed is what our investigation focuses on. And let me let all of you members of the press understand that this is not about whether you are from this party X or party Y. And I always say this: when you commit a crime, we don't look at merely just the institution you come from. We look at the act committed. Because if you start chasing after people because of the institution they come from, that's divisive. That's not, a kind of a conventional procedure to follow in investigations. So our investigations are not on the basis of the fact that you come from party X or party Y. Our investigations are based on the conducts that come in conflict with the rule of law. Once your conduct comes in conflict with the rule of law, you can come from party X or party Y, you will face the full weight of the law. Thank you so much.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Okay. I want to say thank you.